Hi, today I'm going to be making a cabbage soup, and that's really great for weight loss. So if you like cabbage, you'll want to watch this video. What you'll need is a head of cabbage, a few potatoes, you'll need some carrots, and you'll need tomato puree, and garlic powder, and the seasoning of your choice. Hopefully it will have no salt in it. Okay, so let's start pulling off the leaves. Okay, these you don't have to use these. They're very loose leaves. I always throw these in the trash. I don't use those. And start cutting this up. I love smelling cabbage. It smells so good. You know, before I began my diet and got very serious about my health, I always ate healthy most of the time. Not all the time, obviously not, but most of the time. So these foods that I make now, I'm very used to having them. So to me, you know, after a while and you get used to it, you don't even feel like you're on a diet anymore. And really, it's really not a diet after you get used to it. It's just going to become a way of eating, a transition into a more healthy lifestyle. Okay, so it's not really, I don't look at it like a diet. Okay, so you cut it up very small, throw it into the pot. I mean, I cut it small, but you could, you could even throw it in this big if you wanted to. I don't do that like for cabbage soup, because, and you don't want this coil, throw this in the trash also. I like the cabbage to cook fast. That's why I cut it pretty small. So you see the pieces are about that big. And when you do that, it'll cook much faster. Because cabbage usually takes a while to cook. And the other thing I wanted to mention is that for a lot of people that don't have time to make these types of meals, what you can do is you can, well, sometimes I do that also, you can start cooking on Sunday, and just if you have time and make a whole day of cooking, cook different meals, various meals on Sunday or whatever day you choose, and then you put them in the freezer in little containers, and you mark it down what it is, small containers. For like a cabbage soup like this, you could freeze it and you can have it all week long. So you could eat healthy all week long. You could take it to work with you, okay? And so, I mean, to me, I don't see an excuse not to eat healthy. I mean, even if you work, there's no excuse. You make it on a Sunday, pack it up, pack that up, and take it with you for lunch. I was watching the Dr. Oz show. It was last night, the night before. But they were showing McDonald's and things like that, and all the bad things that are in the food, and it was just really, it's amazing when you see what they put in the food and what they do to those hamburgers. And what I know usually about that, so I wasn't really surprised too much, but the thing that actually surprised me was they were saying that the lines that are on the hamburgers, like they look like real lines, they were saying that sometimes those are actually painted on the burgers. Wow, that surprised me. Wow. So, I mean, they'll do anything to make money. They don't care. They don't care about our health. They do not care. I wouldn't even, I don't know. I never did like fast food anyway. I know what they do to the food, and I wouldn't put that, I don't know. You know, if you do like that type of stuff, you know, once you start eating healthy, then, you know, this is soft, so I'm going to throw it out. But anyway, once you start eating healthy, you will really enjoy eating healthy, and you'll never go back to that again. Okay, so here, you can see the cabbage. It's really nice and soft. I mean, okay. Then you would start, you would take a smaller knife and start peeling some of the potatoes. If you want to add peas to this, you can, because of the carrots. I don't know if I have peas in the house or not. I'll check later. But if I do, I'll add them. But if I don't, then this will be fine. See, for me, I can actually, if I'm eating this by myself, this cabbage soup can last me, well, it could last me about 2 or 3 days. But you will notice, throw this in the trash, you will notice that when you're eating these types of food, that you will, well, you'll be hungry a lot. And that's probably why I eat every 2 or 3 hours. You know, but, you know, I don't know, it just feels great to lose weight, you know, and continue on with my journey and feel better. I had some health issues and I wasn't able to walk at all. And then I started walking for like 15 minutes. And I do have a scooter, and I still do ride my scooter. But now I'm able to walk half an hour to 45 minutes. So I'm seeing that my diet is helping me, and I'm improving quite well. So, and this is how you cut the potatoes. Not too big. Okay, that's a great size for them. That's your potatoes. Throw them right in with the cabbage. Now, when you get up to the carrots, this is a pretty big carrot. Okay, this is what I do. I want to get all this off of here. If you have a potato peeler, or yeah, I have a potato peeler, but I prefer the knife. But if you have a potato peeler, you could use that. And just make sure you get all this off here, and then you cut the bottom, flip it over. Same thing on the other side. You know, you see, this is much cleaner, and this is what we're scraping off. The dirty, dead skin of the carrot. That's what we're scraping off. Because the reason for that is, if you don't do that, when you cook the carrot, even if you slice it or not, you'll see sometimes it'll be stringy. So, this is a big carrot there. It's hard to cut that. So after you peel your carrot, we just cut it into little circles, 1/3 inch thick. You don't want it too thick, so it will take longer to cook. Carrots are very hard, so it takes them a while to cook. And I'll tell you some of the meals you could make. You can make cabbage soup that would freeze well. Stew, if you're into stew. I like stew. So, yeah. Make stew that will freeze. You can freeze your meals. Actually, let me just show you something that I do. In my fridge here, I take little containers like this, and I freeze the food. I'll freeze all of this for myself, and I'll eat this all week long. And they're frozen in proportions. Okay, so that's also a reason why I won't gain weight. And if I'm hungry and I'm like, I don't feel like cooking today. Who wants to cook every day? Not me. So just take one out and heat it right up, okay? This one particularly here has my banana ice cream. And that's what I forgot to tell you. I wanted to tell you that. Usually, like, this was frozen. It's very, very hot. So when I make, like, if I want my ice cream soft, I would have to make it, like, freeze the banana for 2 or 3 hours. But even if you don't freeze them, it's fine. But it's better if you do. But if you don't, it's fine. And then you just make it, okay, and put it in the freezer for a little while, a couple hours, and then you can eat the ice cream if you want it soft. But if you want it hard like this would be the result. If you left that ice cream in there too long, it's really hard. More of an icy than ice cream, depending on how long you leave it in there. So that's the other thing I wanted to tell you. Okay. So, when you're around people that are eating things like ice cream and stuff like that, you don't have to feel bad that you're on a diet and you can't have it or whatever. You can just have your own ice cream, the recipes that I showed you. Also, you can do the same thing with strawberry ice cream. I mean, with strawberries. You can make strawberry ice cream with strawberries. So, continue with your next carrot. You can put in how many carrots that you like, depending on how many you like. I like a lot of carrots. I do love carrots. That's too hard for me to cut. Oh, by the way, I am 195 now. And come take a look at me. I'm 195. I lost a couple more pounds. 195. Very proud of myself. I'm doing, posing for you. I'm 195 now and very happy about it, So little by little, like I said, even if you lose half a pound at a time, that's great. Okay, okay, let me rinse this off and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're back. Everything's all cut up. I rinsed it off. Now we have a can of tomato puree. Add the entire can of tomato puree, the whole can. Okay, and then you'll add some water. Add some water. I put it in here so I can measure it. I'm going to add almost a can or 1 can, whatever you like. That's it. That's it. And then we'll put it up. We'll stir it around. It's going to take about an hour. See you then. Hey, we're back, guys. There we go. It's done. Looks delicious. You can see that. It's all done now. Forgot to tell you to add garlic. You have to add garlic powder to this. And a seasoning of your choice. Perfect Pinch is the one I use. A little bit of that. That's it. And also I wanted to tell you that it's a little thinner now. I had to add more water to that. Okay, so go by how thick you want it and add the amount of water you like. Okay? Hope you enjoy. Take care. Bye.